In less than an hour, 2 astronauts will be back on Earth for the first time in 9 months. Sunny Williams and Butch Wilmore originally planned on spending just 8 days at the International Space Station, but delays kept pushing back their return. Finally, they undocked from the space station after 1 this morning to begin the journey home. They're expected to splash down in the Gulf Coast of Florida at 5:57 p.m. ABC's Faith Abube is live at Cape Canaveral.
I mean, what a moment, Faith. We appreciate you joining us here as we now are in the final moments of this countdown. We know they were supposed to be gone for just 8 days. It's been 9 months. So what is the plan tonight once they get back here on Earth?
Yeah, so we're expecting them to get back on Earth around 5:57. Of course, the time could change, but depending on weather and the wind speeds. But when they enter the Earth's atmosphere, the parachutes will deploy. The first set of parachutes will slow them down significantly, and then the second set of parachutes will slow them down even more so they can have a soft landing on the water off the coast of Tallahassee, Florida here. Of course, there are family members that have been waiting 9 long months to embrace them, to just get them back into their regular lives. And so we are hoping to see all of that play out. But in the meantime, once they splash down, there'll be recovery ships that will take the entire capsule. And of course, we will see the hatch open, and there will be stretchers. It would not be unusual to see stretchers and see these astronauts actually carried out on stretchers because of how long they've been in space and the impact of space travel on their bodies. And then they'll be taken to a helicopter. If there are no medical emergencies, if they don't need to be hospitalized here in Florida, they will be flown to Houston, where they will be able to have a deep medical evaluation as well as reunite with their family members.
Yeah, I know that their muscles are a little weak. Even though they do exercise, it's still a lot, being there in space for so long. You were talking about the families. I know that the families are anxiously waiting there. I mean, think about all of this time that has passed.
Right?
You know, they've missed the holidays, birthdays, anniversaries. There's a lot to catch up on. I know that the family has also been in contact before with them in space. Have they been able to speak with them recently?
They have, actually. We heard from Sunny Williams' family, and they tell us that they spoke to Sunny as recently as last night. They were able to talk to her about the process and what would happen, what they should expect. And they're anxiously waiting. Of course, they are hoping for a safe splashdown here in Florida, and then eventually meeting up with them in Houston, Texas. And so all of that, of course, has been building up for 9 months now. You talk about all the things, all the milestones that they've missed. Butch actually missed the start of his daughter's last year of high school. There was a hurricane that went through Houston that hit his home, and they had some roof damage. His wife had to handle that along with some friends and members of their church, so he had to miss all of that. Their regular routine, everyday things that we don't think about, taking out the trash or cleaning the house or cutting the grass, things that these astronauts are responsible for that they haven't been around to do. So these families have had to be strong. They've had to be resilient. They've had to make a lot of sacrifices in order to get here, and we're hoping for that safe splashdown in just around the 6 o'clock hour.